We start with your AFC playoff picture. The Patriots, Steelers, and Jaguars have all clinched the division title despite Jacksonville losing to San Francisco. The Chiefs have also clinched the division title, so your first four teams are as such: Patriots, Steelers, Jags, and the Chiefs. The wild card, though, for the AFC remains unclear. Baltimore is in fantastic shape at 9-6. They should get in, but that last wild card spot very much up for grabs. The Titans, the Chargers, and the Bills can all still get in. The Dolphins and the Raiders were eliminated this week from AFC playoff contention. Over to the NFC now, where the Eagles are 12-2 with a chance to clinch the #1 seed on Monday night. The Vikings are 12-3 after their win. The Rams and Saints have clinched playoff spots, with the Rams clinching their division, but the Saints and Panthers still in the mix to get the NFC South Championship. The Panthers have also clinched a wild card spot. That leaves two teams for one spot in the NFC, with the Falcons and the Seahawks at 9-6. The Lions and the Cowboys in must-win games lost this week, eliminating them from the NFC playoff picture. That is your AFC and NFC playoff picture as things currently stand. Let's get out to NFL Daily with highlights from all the games this weekend.
Did you know that ticket prices can actually go down right before the game? That's where Game Time comes in. Game Time tracks ticket prices in real time from thousands of trusted sellers, then shows you all the best deals, so we can get tickets at the last minute for up to 60% off. Download Game Time now.
Hello, friends, and welcome into NFL Daily. I am Tom Downey. Alongside me is Mitchell Renz. Mitchell, a happy Christmas Eve to you.
Happy Christmas
Eve. Or Merry
Eve.
Christmas Eve. I don't know which one's right for Christmas Eve version.
Yeah, both of them.
I know it's Merry Christmas. I don't know which one Merry Christmas Eve is, though.
Regardless, happy to spend it with you. Happy to spend it with producer Lena today. And yeah, Merry Christmas Eve. Happy Merry Christmas Eve to everybody there. Shout out to my fans and family back home. But let's get into some NFL Daily. We've got a lot of good games today, Tom.
Highlights and a playoff picture looks for you guys. There's 1 week left with a couple of games left from this week's as well. But we start with a true playoff elimination game. The Seahawks and the Cowboys. Cowboys up 6-0 in the second quarter. Didn't really capitalize on their chances. Seattle balling after a turnover. Russell Wilson gets the first down. And then they throw to Jimmy Graham in the corner of the end zone because the Cowboys thought putting up a 5-10 corner on a 6-7 tight end was a good idea. 7-6 Seattle, and then Dak Prescott, bad decision, picked off by Justin Coleman. He runs it all the way back for a pick six, and then channels his inner Ezekiel Elliott and jumps into the Salvation Army kettle. Seahawks extend their lead 14-9. A really bad throw by Dak there. And then another one here, miscommunication. Dez sat down in the zone. Dak threw it behind him, off Dez's hands. Ends up being an interception by KJ Wright. 3 Cowboys turnovers that do 21 Seahawks points, including this 7 here. Wilson to Doug Baldwin, beat Chidobe Awuzie. A really beautiful route by Baldwin there. Little fake inside, got wide open.
Yeah, that was absolutely beautiful there, Tom.
So first and goal now from the 3, and the Cowboys run a run-pass option. They don't give it to Zeke. Oh, okay. Ball's at the 2 now. Let's give it to Zeke again, right? No, they roll out, and Dak throws it away. There's a hold on the Cowboys. Backs them up. They have to settle for a field goal. Dan Bailey from 34 yards. He's always automatic. He's got this one. Nope, misses it wide to the right. The Cowboys cannot get the win. Seattle wins. Jerry Jones not happy at all, as Seattle keeps their hopes alive with a 9-6 record now. This is the 4th halftime lead blown by the Cowboys this season. Seattle had more penalty yards than offensive yards. The first team since 1966 to win a game in that fashion.
Unbelievable. If you would have told me that they would hold Russell Wilson to under 100 passing yards, and just that stat alone that you just gave, Tom, the Cowboys, I really thought watching this game, dominated this game. It's just the turnovers killed them, and then they couldn't convert when they got down into the red zone, bad play calling, and we could hear the Zeke chants all the way from here, and the stadium's 45 minutes away. Give Zeke the ball if you're inside the 3, Cowboys.
So now the question becomes, should the Dallas Cowboys fire Jason Garrett? Get those comments in the comment section. I've already seen some come in. Thank you, Holly, for the Merry Christmas wishes there. Much appreciated there. What do you make of Jason Garrett's future? Because this is going to be probably an 8-8 year at best for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, I was kind of one of those guys who said, all right, maybe we need to pump the brakes a little bit with Jason Garrett because they were without Zeke. They got it rolling again. If they would have made the playoffs, I think you would have kept him. Unfortunately, after watching this game, I think it's time to go for Jason Garrett. I mean, What more do you need? You finally are in a position, playoff elimination game. You get Ezekiel Elliott back against a Seahawks team who they played horrible today. Like, you lost the game, Dallas Cowboys. You lost the game, and I think you just got to start pointing the fingers at Lanahan and Garrett.
Russell says, yes, Garrett should be gone, but Jones won't do it. Jerry Jones always been a fan of Jason Garrett, but you can kind of see some issues within the Cowboys organization. Jerry Jones didn't look happy. Has said he's not happy with the way things have gone this year. Hasn't been a big fan of the way the Cowboys have closed games this year, and that's the big problem for the Cowboys. 4 second-half blown leads this year. At some point, that falls on the coaching staff.
100% agree, Tom.
All right, folks, today's show is brought to you by the Game Time app. If you need last-minute sports or concert tickets, you got to get the Game Time app at chatsports.com/tickets, up to 60% off compared to the other ticketing app sites out there.
Yeah, I mean, and not only, Tom, like I was on the app earlier today, and I was checking out some tickets. I was like, okay, I'm working Christmas Eve, working Christmas. I'm going to spoil myself the next day. Dallas Mavericks tickets, $20, and I guarantee you, they're going to get even cheaper if I check probably on that day, which I probably will.
Pro tip, do it last second. That's when you save the most money there.
Bingo.
All right, we'll keep it rolling with our highlights. We'll go over now to Denver and Washington. Mitchell, take it away.
You got it, Tom. Out to Landover, Maryland. The Redskins took on the Broncos in this one. Some players were even in the holiday spirit, showing some Christmas cleats there, but fast forward to second quarter, game tied 3-3. Brock Osweiler fumbles on 3rd and 5, and it's recovered by the Redskins defense. Redskins would capitalize on that turnover. Cousins connects with Jamison Crowder on a slant to the score. Now, Tom, 1:36 left in the half. 1st and 10, Osweiler is going to throw it towards the middle of the field, and it's picked off by DJ Swearinger. Not looking so good for Denver. 3rd quarter now, Redskins up 10, and they have the ball in the 2nd and goal. And Cousins took the end zone and gets picked off by safety Will Parks. 4th quarter now, Broncos still yet to score a touchdown. The Redskins are looking to add some insurance to their lead. Cousins throws deep to wide open Josh Doxson, who breezes in for the score. And to add insult to injury, Tom, Cousins' beautiful throw to Vernon Davis for the touchdown. Broncos would score a touchdown in garbage time. However, Redskins win at home, 27-11.
Yeah, not a great look there for the Denver Broncos. No playoff implications in this one, so we're not going to spend too much time about this. Sorry, Denver and Redskins fans, but you guys are looking ahead to the offseason anyway. Let's head now to a game that did matter. Bills at the Patriots out in some frozen cold football. They're very chilly temperatures out there. Second here, Brady throws the interception. Jordan Poyer picks it off. He runs it back for a pick six, the first time since 2002. Brady's thrown a pick in 5 straight games. Next possession for the Pats, Brady connects with Gronk, who makes the crazy one-handed grab. Take a look.
Man.
He's uncoverable, Mitchell. He's uncoverable.
Unbelievable.
All right, jump now to the 3rd quarter here. The game is tied at 16, and it's Mike Gillislee up the gut, the 1-yard TD against his old team.
Called it.
New England would run away with it after that. Brady finds Deion Lewis with a 12-yard TD here in the 4th, Brady's 30th TD of the season. And then Deion Lewis with his 2nd TD of the day. Squeeze through that Bills defensive line. Patriots win big at home, 37-16, move ever closer to clinching the #1 seed in the AFC.
Yeah, I think they're going to end up locking it up, Tom. I mean, this Patriots team, sure, they didn't play very well today, but they still won 37-16, and it's because this is an all-around great team. Tom Brady sure didn't have his greatest performance, but when you have guys making catches like Rob Gronkowski, he might be the hardest guy in the NFL to cover. That man, as big as he is, as goofy as he is making catches like that. Good luck. Good luck.
All right, Brady was 21 of 28, 224 yards, 2 TDs and a pick. But as you said earlier, first time since 2002, Brady's thrown a pick in 5 straight games. How concerned are you, Mitchell, about Tom Brady?
So this is the thing. We saw the decline of Peyton Manning kind of happen, and it happened fairly quickly. I'm not saying that Tom Brady's going to have that kind of decline, but guys, we're kind of seeing it right now. Tom Brady, the last 3 games, has not necessarily played very well. And yeah, I mean, he's 41 years old. It's a long season, but Patriots are still winning games. Yeah, they dropped one to the Dolphins, but I think it's time that we realize maybe Tom Brady's declining. But the thing that people are really going to look at now is there's a certain quarterback who they just gave up who is playing extremely well. Is that going to even weigh into more of this decision, Tom?
We will get to those highlights later on in today's show. We'll take it now to Dolphins at the Chiefs, Mitchell.
Kansas City Chiefs trying to keep their playoff hopes alive, Tom, and they square off against the Miami Dolphins. Let's go to the first. Things do not begin well for Miami. First drive of the game, Jarvis Landry catches a short pass and gets the first down. but the ball is knocked loose into the hands of Marcus Peters. Check this out in slow-mo, Tom. Bounces right up into, somehow he grabs it. Kansas City gets the field goal from that. Second quarter now, Alex Smith finds his favorite target, Travis Kelce, for a short touchdown. And then just before the half, Kareem Hunt knows how to get into the end zone. 17-6 Chiefs. But on to the first play of the next drive for Miami. Jay Cutler hits Jakeem Grant. Who's that? The wide receiver screen.
From Texas Tech.
Then this one goes 65 yards for the score. Chiefs cut the lead from 17-13. But then the Dolphins continue to make mistakes with the football. Later in the quarter, Cutler hits Kenny Stills for the first down. Braden Peters makes another big play, and the Chiefs jump out over again. But Tom, this game would come down to it. Chiefs win 29-13.
An easy win there for Kansas City. They secure their AFC West championship. The Chargers, though, not eliminated from that with the loss. The Dolphins, though, are eliminated from the playoff picture. We'll take a look now at that AFC playoff picture. Dolphins, Raiders, they are out with today's results. Chargers, Bills, Titans, Ravens, 4 teams battling for 2 spots, Mitchell.
Wow. I mean, this is really coming down to it. The Jaguars lost a big game in this one, and the Ravens, big win. I think they're going to end up sneaking in, but the Tennessee Titans, Chargers, I think the Chargers are going to be able to get in over the Titans, Tom. I said it before.
If the Chargers end up in a 2-team scenario, a 2-team tie there, i.e. a 9-7 Chargers versus 9-7 Bills, I think that's where it could come down to the Bills are really regretting playing Nathan Peterman. Head-to-head win gives it to the Chargers. They could sneak in. The Ravens at 9-6, they have a very, very good chance of getting in.
Yeah, I think they get in. They have a favorable schedule. This team plays well this late in the season. I think Joe Flacco's going to get the Ravens in the playoffs, so Cam Rodgers is going to be a happy man.
All right, 2 teams playing for pride then, Mitchell. Giants at the Cardinals.
Yeah, Tom, let's get this one off. Arizona starts this one off with some trickery. The flea flicker, Drew Stanton, somehow connects with Larry Fitzgerald for the first down. Look at that again. This guy can make any catch look easy.
Ugly and beautiful at the same time.
Cards get up 3. Later in the quarter, Eli Manning looking for Evan Ingram, who can't haul it in, but safety Anti-Bethea can. He comes away with a pick, and Arizona takes over. And now we all know Larry Fitzgerald could catch, but did you know he could throw it too, Tom? In the second quarter, he takes that one end around, fired to Jaron Brown, first career completion. But a few minutes later, he went back to his own primary talent and hauled in his 13-yard touchdown to cap off a drive. Cardinals up 10-0, Tom. But a few minutes later, third quarter now, Drew Stanton finds Jaron Brown, short touchdown. Cardinals go up 16-0. Later in the quarter, Giants needing something to get right. Cornerback Ross Cockrell delivers with a huge interception off Drew Stanton into the end zone. New York takes over. But only a few plays later, it falls apart. New York, Eli Manning is sacked and stripped. Robert
Nkemdiche.
Oh, man,
kid
that is
from
a heck
Ole
of a
finally
name.
making plays there. Hasn't done a whole lot for Arizona as of late. A rough game there for the Giants, but in reality, maybe the best thing because it helps them get closer to getting the number 2 overall pick.
Helps them get the number 2 overall pick, and if anybody has read anything from Chat Sports today, Josh Rosen definitely loves that the Giants lost this game. Maybe he'll actually declare for the draft, Tom. Who knows?
All right, let's get now to a game between 2 potential playoff teams, the Rams and the Titans. 0-0 to start. Jared Goff on the play action finds Cooper Kupp for the big gain. A great catch from Kupp on this one to get both feet inbounds. That led to a Todd Gurley TD catch, 6-0 after a missed extra point, though. 6-3 in the second, and someone just forgot to block Jarrell Casey. He blows up Jared Goff. It's recovered. The fumble is by Wesley Woodyard for the easy TD. Titans up 10-6. Rams respond, and there goes Todd Gurley on the screen. It's an 80-yard catch and run, a monster play as part of a monster year for Gurley, who puts the Rams on top once again. 13-all now, and Jared Goff will find Sammy Watkins in the third. Rams take that lead back up, but the Titans, they would also respond to one of their better games, I thought, this year. DeMarco Murray cuts back, takes it in the end zone for the score. We're tied up at 20. Fourth quarter, from 27 yards, Ryan Succop to give the Titans the lead, and he banks it in. It counts there, just sneaks it in the upright there. Rams would respond, though, as well in a back-and-forth affair. Goff to Cooper Kupp in the corner of the end zone. We'll give you another look at this one. A beautiful grab by Kupp. The knee is down, the foot's down. Knee counts as 2 anyway. It's a catch for the Rams and a touchdown. 4th and 4 for Tennessee. They need the first down. Mariota sees no one, rolls out to his right. Connor Barwin will chase him down and take down Mariota for the sack. Sean McVay fired up as the Rams, for the first time since 2003, secure the NFC West.
Love it. Absolutely love seeing that. Good for McVay. Good for this Rams team. Tom, I'll tell you what, they are a fun team to watch. Jeff Fisher, mate, I believe Jeff Fisher this past week said that he believes the Rams are playing so well, and it's because of him.
Which is laughable.
It is literally laughable, but so good to see that this young Rams team is putting together. This may be one of the best teams going forward for many, many years to come.
It's funny to me to hear Fisher say that. He said he thought that he left the Rams in good shape. Well, Clearly it was that Sean McVay has made better use of the pieces that you failed miserably with.
Yeah, when you left, that's when you made the best for the Rams.
Yeah. So, all right there, folks. Rams win 27-23. Titans remain in the playoff hunt. Another battle of two potential playoff teams. Falcons at the Saints. Mitchell.
First quarter here, Drew Brees hits Mark Ingram for 12 yards, and that puts him over 70,000 passing yards for his career. One of only 3 players in NFL history to achieve that, Tom. I do love me some Drew Brees. Fast forward now to just before the half, and this one is one of the craziest plays you'll see all season. Matt Ryan fires a pass to Marvin Hall, but yet somehow it stays on Marshawn Lattimore's back, Tom.
The butt pick.
The butt pick, man. We've seen it all. Check that dude for some gum on his butt right there. I don't know how that stuck there. After the pick, Brees with a chance to add to the lead, and he does so on a 54-yard strike to Ted Ginn Jr. for the score. He's can't give up that kind of play.
He's too
Not
fast.
at that time of the season. You just can't do it. Tom, now we're moving second half. Falcons needing to make something happen, and Deion Jones does just that. Intercepts Brees and takes it all the way down to the goal line, setting up the Birds with great field position.
Should have been caught, too.
But on second and goal, Devontae Freeman loses the football. Saints recover, and the Falcons' woes would continue later in the quarter. Handoff goes to Mark Ingram, and holy heck, look at that hole. 26-yard score. Saints go up 20-3, and then on to the fourth quarter. Falcons on fourth and goal, needing the score, and the Saints defense denies Devontae Freeman yet again. New Orleans emerges victorious, 23-13. Tom.
Falcons had some great chances in the red zone, and Freeman fumbled, got stuffed. They didn't really get the ball to Julio Jones, as has been an issue all year long in the red zone. He's had a great day, 7 catches, 149 yards, but wasn't a factor in the red zone again.
I will never understand why Julio Jones, who I think is the most athletically gifted wide receiver in the NFL, is not a red zone target. Yes, they gave the ball to Devontae Freeman, which I don't think is a bad thing, but unfortunately Freeman couldn't get it done. But I want to talk about the New Orleans Saints. I want to tip my cap to Drew Brees on accomplishing something that obviously only 3 players have ever done it. Quickest to do it. Mark Ingram ran the ball amazing. That offensive line does not get enough credit. Alvin Kamara, I'll tell you what, Saints right now would not want to play him. Sure, they only scored 23 points in this matchup, but when you can run the ball they do, there is not many teams that want to get in their way.
All right, so both these teams still in the playoff picture. We'll bring up that graphic on screen. The Eagles, Vikings, and Rams have all won their divisions. The Saints have secured a playoff spot, but it's unclear yet which spot it will be. They do hold a tiebreaker over the Panthers, meaning their magic number is now down to 1, but a Saints loss, a Panthers win would give the Panthers the 4 seed at the very least in the NFC. So Saints-Panthers still with something to play for next week, which, Mitchell, could be an issue for Atlanta, who needs a win to secure a spot, or a Seattle loss.
Yeah, it could be, but I'll tell you what, I love watching these games that already have the playoff implications. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed so much today watching in studio the Cowboys-Seahawks game, and the fact that the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons game next weekend is going to be a playoff game, Tom. Mm-hmm. Absolutely can't wait.
All right, folks. Today's show is brought to you by the Game Time app. If you need last-minute sports or concert tickets, get the Game Time app at chatsports.com/tickets. They track their ticket prices in real time from thousands of trusted sellers, meaning you're going to get the best deal out there. And pro tip, wait till the very last second to do it. You'll save the most money that way.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I love that it's a pro tip. Like, if there's been one thing I've been good at my entire life, it's been waiting till the last minute, procrastinating. And Game Time rewards me.
I don't know if that means you're good at it.
Well, I think I'm good at it, Tom. But I mean, thank you, Game Time, for helping out my strange. What's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know where you're going.
I don't know, Tom. Regardless, Game Time app. Easy to use, amazing app all around if you're looking for amazing sports tickets. And like Tom said, pro tip, wait till the last minute, you get good tickets.
All right, let's go now to Bucks and the Panthers. We mentioned the Panthers a little bit ago. Here's what happened in their game. 3-3 in the second. Panthers on 1st and 10. Fires to Demir Bird, and it's a 31-yard gain. That drive would end in a field goal. Bucks down 3. Winston finds Chris Godwin, and he will take this 70 yards. Would not go all the way, though, before he's taken down inside the 15-yard line, about the 11 or 10. Sets the Bucks up for a field goal. Under 3 minutes to go now in the first half. Panthers on the kick return. Damiere Byrd takes this one back, and he somehow breaks multiple tackles, makes the kicker miss, makes that guy miss, and he is off to the races. 103 yards for the kick return to put the Panthers up on top. Panthers now here to kick the field goal or the extra point, and it's blocked, so they don't get to 13. They stay at 12. It's 12-6 entering the half. We'll take it to the third now. Bucks only down by 3, 12-9. Winston will try and scramble here, and it's caught by Bobo Wilson. Who exactly? Touchdown Bucks. 16-15 now. Bucks under 2 minutes left. Winston lobs one to Charles Sims. Stays in bounds to the catch, leads to a field goal. But Newton there picks up, fumbles it, grabs it into the end zone for the game-winning score with about 35 seconds left there. In thrilling fashion there, just like Cam Newton drew it up.
Yeah, that one was as lucky of a bounce as you're going to get. But I will always say this, because I've said it my entire life, good teams find a way to win. And a game where the Panthers did not play well, and against a majority of teams in the NFL, they don't win that game. But, Tom, good teams find a way to win. Cam Newton played well down at the end of the stretch when he needed to. I remember listening to the game, they're like, oh, Cam Newton has 0 fourth-quarter comebacks in the last 2 years. When the Panthers needed him the most, Cam Newton, game-winning drive, Panthers win 22-19.
And we'll get now to a game that didn't matter at all. The Browns at the Bears. Mitchell?
Jordan Howard starts this one off for his Tom with a 1-yard touchdown run. And just to get things going even more, Howard, the next time he comes back out, makes some nice moves into the backfield and adds his second touchdown into the third quarter on a 16-yard touchdown run there, Tom. And just a snowy game. Bears ice the game on a 4-yard keeper by Mitchell Trubisky, not Mitch, who powers into the end zone. After that touchdown, Bears do Snow Angels, Tom, just to kind of celebrate, get into the Christmas spirit.
But there's no snow left.
Well, I mean, what are you going to do? You got to get into the Christmas spirit.
I dislike that. There was no snow left on the field. Good news, Browns fans, the parade dreams are still alive. 0-16 is still a possibility. The Lions can't pop that champagne quite yet.
I mean, I think they're going to do it. They play the Steelers next week, Tom, and it's looking like another first-round pick for them. Quarterback Josh Rosen, we talked about it earlier, said he doesn't know if he wants to come out and play for the Browns, and I don't know if I can blame him. I mean, 18 quarterbacks for the Browns in the last, what,
the answer
10
is
years.
The answer is that you just demand a trade. You come out and then you demand a trade. That's what Eli Manning did. That's what you do. It's really not that difficult. All right, Lions Bengals. Lions fighting for their playoff lives. 10 minutes into the first quarter, Matt Stafford finds Eric Ebron for the touchdown, the 33-yard score. Start of the second quarter, Bengals look to answer with a score of their own, but Andy Dalton under pressure throws it right to Quandre Diggs for the interception. A bad decision and throw there by Andy Dalton. Third quarter now, Bengals down by 10, but it's one position. Dalton fakes the pitch to C.J. Uzomah for the score. Cincinnati goes up by 3. Later in the fourth, Lions have the ball, first and goal. Stafford to Tion Green. He plunges in for the end zone for the score. First Lions have to score a TD in the fourth quarter in 2 years. Yeah, how about that one, right? Minute 58 left in the game. Bengals have the ball up 2. Gio Bernard into the end zone. The icing on the cake. Bengals beat the Lions. Detroit had to have that game just to keep their playoff hopes alive, and they couldn't beat the Bengals in Cincinnati.
Couldn't do it. We've been saying, if there's one thing we've been saying in Chat Sports here, it's Matthew Stafford can't win big games. And I'm sorry, this yet again proves that Matthew Stafford can't win games. If the Lions win out, essentially, Tom, they are in the playoffs. Couldn't do it. You couldn't beat a Bengals team who had absolutely nothing to play for besides to spoil your hopes, and you couldn't win the game. And I think it's time to start looking at Matthew Stafford. He might not be the most highly overrated player in the NFL, but he's definitely up there.
All right, I think that's fair there. Not a great game from Stafford, 19 of 35. He also has no ground game.
Yeah.
I think that would be a nice little boost for him on that side. We'll get now to Chargers and the Jets. Chargers also playing for their postseason lives. And in this one, the Jets would get tricky early on. The opening kickoff, it's a surprise onside kick, and Marcus May comes down with it to give the Jets possession. I like it. Nothing to play for. Why not have some fun with it?
Love it.
Second quarter now, game tied 0-0. Rivers to Antonio Gates, the 3-yard score. Now, right before the half, Jets trying to get on the board here. They're trying to go for the Hail Mary on 3rd and 14 from just across midfield. And wide receiver Keenan Allen comes down with it for the Chargers. Doesn't count for fantasy, though, which is frustrating for me because I own Keenan Allen. Third quarter now, Bryce Petty tosses it to Bilal Powell, and Bilal Powell is off to the races, 57 yards. Jets tie things up. Could there be an upset? Well, maybe not. The Chargers would ruin the fun later on in the third. Melvin Gordon spins into the end zone for the TD on 2nd and goal. No points in the fourth quarter. This game was ugly.
Yeah, ugly game, but Chargers found a way to win, and sometimes you just got to find a way to win those ugly games. And Phillip Rivers, 290 yards, a touchdown. They didn't turn the ball over. Antonio Gates picked him up in fantasy, started him, 6 catches, 81 yards, and a touchdown, and I will be celebrating a fantasy championship. But again, the Jets, yeah, they didn't put up a lot of points, but they held a Chargers team who's been pretty good in the offense the last few weeks. So Jets, again, playing tough.
Bryce Petty, not a great game, 15 of 28 for 119 yards. As everyone knows, Bryce Petty is not the answer in New York.
Neither is Christian Hackenberg.
You know who is the answer, though, Mitchell? Jimmy Garoppolo. His Niners took on the Jaguars. Take it away.
Trying to get this 4th straight win for the Niners. And now, Tom, going in early first quarter, he punches it in from the 1-yard sneak to get onto the board. Second quarter now, Jags trying to get things going, but Blake Bortles is intercepted for the first time in over a month, and this one is just taken back all the way for the score. Dante Johnson takes it 50 yards to put the Niners up 16-0. But the ensuing PAT is blocked by Jalen Merrick. Aaron Colvin recovers it and takes it all the way back for a defensive 2-point play. That's a rare sight to see. 16-2 Jaguars. Later in the quarter, Jags trying to cut the deficit further. Leonard Fournette answers the call with a 1-yard touchdown blast to make it 16-9. 49ers have the lead just before the half now. Niners looking for another score, but Jimmy Garoppolo passes tipped and picked by Barry Church.
Former Cowboy.
Jaguars take over, and Blake Bortles continues his hot streak. Takes this team 80 yards down the field in a minute and a half. Somehow converts this touchdown pass off Fournette's hands and into the hands of Jalen Strong.
Just like they drew it up.
No trash in sight right there for Blake Bortles. On to the third quarter. Blake looking for another big drive, but Kwan Williams has other plans, and he makes an incredible one-handed interception on 3rd and 7 to end the drive. Tom, that would lead to an 8-yard pass to George Kittle for the touchdown. Niners back up 23-19. Fourth quarter now, we fast forward. Jimmy Garoppolo is still at it. He's on 3rd and goal and fires off balance beauty to Trent Taylor, and the 49ers are running away with this one, right? Maybe not, Tom. Maybe not. And how about one more for good measure? Carlos Hyde turns it in as he punches this one in from 6 yards out. 49ers have everything working as Jimmy G improves to 4-0. And this one was very, very exciting late, Tom. 49ers do win 44-33, but I'll tell you what, let's give some credit to Jimmy Garoppolo and this 49ers team for beating a Jaguars team. For beating the Jaguars team, they scored 44 points on the best defense, Tom. Unbelievable.
So Jacksonville, coming off a loss to the 49ers, can they beat the Steelers or the Patriots, Mitchell? Yes or no, or with some luck? Luck, undercase, not Andrew Luck.
Oh, man.
Make that clear.
No, I mean, can the Jaguars beat the Steelers? Of course. I mean, they've already beaten the Steelers on the road. Can they beat the Patriots, though? I mean, they're going to have to go into Foxborough to do it. I was a big, big believer that the Jaguars could, but after seeing this, I don't know.
Let's get now to another team in the playoff picture, the Ravens and the Colts. Mitchell.
Ravens and the Colts now, Tom, taking on the Colts, and it's a field goal that gives the Ravens lead 3-0. Second quarter, Flacco fires a 6-yard touchdown to Michael Campanaro. Ravens lead 10-0. The Colts were gritty in this one, though, Tom. Jacoby Brissett is going to flip this to Frank Gore, and then Frank Gore is going to take this in for a beautiful touchdown.
Old man Frank Gore, baby.
Frank Gore.
The immortal Frank Gore, I think, now.
Absolutely love seeing that. Now, Tom, late in the second quarter, Ravens lead 13-0, and Willie Henry powers his way to take down Brissett. Ravens D's looking pretty good again, Tom. Fourth quarter, Ravens leading 16-13. Flacco flicks it to his tight end, Max Williams.
He does exist.
For the 4-yard score. Late into the fourth quarter now, it's 23-16 Ravens, and Sam Cook's punt is blocked. That sets up the Colts inside Baltimore's 30. Lots of special teams blunders.
You know, when this play happened, I thought the Colts were going to find a way to win this game.
I was too. I could see Cam Rogers' face. Colts now facing a desperation 4th down attempt. Brissett has time, fires downfield, and it's broken up by Maurice Candy. Ravens grab a much-needed win, 23-16. Now their playoff chances are looking good. Tom, if they win, they're in.
Yep, that's all you had to do. And with another easy game coming up later this week, or next week, I should say, they remain in perfect shape to get a playoff spot. Also, already clinched a playoff spot are the Minnesota Vikings to a Saturday night game that was a clunker. 3-0 Vikings lead. Case Keenum has to go deep downfield to Stephon Diggs. Pass interference on the play because this is what this game was. We have to show penalties for you. One play later, Keenum back to Diggs, who does be on the catch here with some fancy footwork. We'll give you another look. Diggs does get both feet in bounds there, and it is 10-0 Minnesota. Just before the half now, Packers driving. Brett Hundley looking right to Harrison Smith, and it's picked off. A bad decision by Brett Hundley on that one, who, by the way, Hundley was awful in this game. Skip to the fourth quarter. Packers 4th and 3 to Michael Clark, and nope. And this is a Brock candidate, folks. Michael Clark near the pylon. He just misses. He just missed.
Lord.
All right, just outside the 2-minute warning now, 16-0, because this game was ugly. Hundley right to Harrison Smith with the interception, and that does it. First time since 2009, Minnesota has swept Green Bay in the regular season.
Well, when you don't have Aaron Rodgers, I think we got to put some sort of context in that. But yeah, Brett Hundley did not look good. This Packers offense didn't look good. But I think, again, we need to tip our cap to the Vikings because that defense is showing up. They're playing well, Tom.
All right, folks, once again, I'm Tom Downey. Alongside me is Mitchell Renz. It is time now for Boom Goes the Dynamite, the best plays from this week in the NFL. All those crazy grabs, touchdowns, and all that coming up right now on Boom. We showed you this one just a little bit ago. This is ageless old man Frank Gore diving into the end zone for the score. Wasn't just the dive, though. We'll take the other angle. It was kind of a hurdle.
Hey, man,
Kind of a hurdle.
If I can do that at his age, I'm a happy guy.
Looked more like a hurdle from that angle there. If you do a flea flicker and you successfully convert it, you will get in Boom on NFL Daily, even though this was not a pretty boom. This was an ugly, beautiful disaster, and that's kind of why I like it so much.
Yeah, it ended with Larry Fitzgerald. I feel like anything that ends with Larry Fitzgerald. I mean, that's still a heck of a catch by Fitzgerald.
Marvin Jones now here, Lions, Bengals. Marvin Jones just a few times this year. Moss is the Cuisinart.
Wow.
It's a nice catch right there.
He got up there. I mean, that's one thing Marvin Jones can do is make the pretty catch.
That's against his old team, by the way, the Cincinnati Bengals.
I didn't even think of that.
More great catches. Devontae Parker, inconsistent still, but this is what the Dolphins hope to see more of. Just a jump ball, out jumps two guys for it.
I mean, they should do that more often. He's the reason why he was drafted so highly. He's more athletic than the Chiefs corners, that's for sure.
All right, Cowboys here for the punt. Look at what Byron Jones does to pin this ball at the 1-yard line. Full-fledged Superman front flip. Beautiful athletic play there from Byron Jones. The Cowboys said, hey, we're going to make you into a box safety for reasons no one understands.
That is amazing. That might be the best play I've seen all day.
All right, Jets now with that onside kick. Marcus May leaps up to reel it in. A beautiful designed play here in execution. Chargers were not prepared for it. Perfect bounce right to Marcus May. Couldn't have done it any better.
It's like you draw it up, Tom.
Demir Berg now on the kick return for the Panthers, and he made a couple of Bucs players miss, and he takes it 103 yards into the end zone for the score. Well, just like Panthers drew it up, right? Nice and easy.
Nice and easy.
Just like to drew up the game-winning touchdown, Cam Newton, the direct snap, fumbles it, picks it up, and gets into the end zone for the game-winning score. Just kind of dropped the ball, got it, and followed his blockers, you know? Just like how they had planned to do it.
Just from a bruh to then to an instant boom.
Todd Gurley is a fantasy football god, Mitchell. He has carried many teams this year. Here's his 80-yard screenplay, outruns everybody, even his own receivers.
NFL MVP, fantasy football MVP, I just said it, Todd Gurley.
Jaguars here block the point after and run it all the way back. That was Jalen Myrick, the rookie from Minnesota, who blocked it, and Aaron Colvin scoops it up for the two-point conversion there. Yep. Not often you see that in the NFL. Jaguars now, watch this deflected touchdown, the old tip drill TD pass off of Fournette's hands into the arms of Jalen Strong, just like they drew it up, right?
Alley-oop.
Jaguars proved that they would lose the game. Dante Johnson is a young cornerback. Here he gets the pick six off of the arms of Keelan Cole, and Johnson runs it all the way back for the touchdown. One of the rare interceptions Burrow's actually thrown this year. He's been very good about that as of late. Justin Coleman now on a bad throw from Dak Prescott picks it up, and he runs it all the way back into the end zone for the score, and then adds a celebration, jumps into the Salvation Army kettle there. I love it.
That's a little bit of a fine, but I like it.
All right, Matt Ryan now here off his arms of the receiver. Marshawn Lattimore somehow keeps it. You've seen the butt fumble. What about the butt pick, though, folks?
I'm a little worried why that stuck to his butt, Tom.
Well, it's physics, Mitchell. That's simple physics.
I don't know, man.
There's a magnet in his butt. That's how physics work, I think.
Oh.
I didn't do so good in science.
Science is tough, Tom.
So Marshawn Lattimore, the great interception. Jordan Poyer, now his turn for a pick six, jumps the route and runs it back for the score. The rare Tom Brady pick six, but a beautiful play by Poyer, who came out of nowhere really to make that interception, and a nice return with some great convoy blocking as well.
Yeah, too bad that was the only good thing for the Bills.
Play of the day, though, without a doubt, Rob Gronkowski is not fair. That is a beautiful catch. Show it to you a few more times here. The one-handed grab there, kind of brought the second hand, but it still counts, and got 3 feet in bounds on that play. A beautiful touchdown there by Gronkowski. Those are your boom plays of the week. All right, folks, those were the Boom Goes Dynamite, the best plays of this week in the NFL. Now it's time for the bruh moments and plays. All the bad plays that make NFL players not look like unbelievable athletes, and some fan moments, although preview here, folks, Bills Mafia, a disappointment this week. But we have a different team stepping up instead. Let's get to the bruh plays of this week. Our first bro, we showed to you in the Packers-Vikings highlight reel. Michael Clark, the rookie from Marshall, had a good game. Not so good here. 4th and 3. He got open. A good throw from Hundley, and Clark just misses.
It kind of reminded me.
Just misses.
It reminded me of playing high school baseball. Contact hitter that struck out a lot, Tom. Just a whiff.
All right, this was some great tackling effort here from the Tennessee Titans. Todd Gurley. It looked like a hurdle, right? It wasn't a hurdle, folks. He didn't actually hurdle him. He just kind of went to his side. Like, get in front of him, Flynn. Tackle him, man.
You wouldn't want to get in front of Todd Gurley.
Rams fake punt. Johnny Hekker with the pump fake and then throws it into double coverage, and it falls incomplete. Also, bruh, because you dropped the pick. The pump was pretty good on the fake, but I don't know if they really needed it.
Great pump fake.
This was a weird play. The Titans run the onside kick with the Rams not on the field yet. The Titans recover it, and then the refs say the Rams called timeout, and they said no, they didn't, but that it didn't count because they didn't blow the whistle for something really weird, so it didn't count at all. Chaos there, and then the Rams and they're blocking. Literally no one takes Jarrell Kersey. No one blocks him. The guy right in front of the quarterback, no one touches him. Easy touchdown there for Wesley Woodyard. Embarrassing moment there. The Jaguars were angry. That is Malik Jackson and Aaron Colvin. There's the one guy head down trying to stay in the middle. Gatorade's going everywhere. That's a waste there. The Jags were not happy throughout this game. Kirk Cousins also not a happy camper. They're trying to break his helmet for reasons I don't understand. Also unhappy is Brock Osweiler.
Nobody cares, though.
No one reacts to Brock Osweiler. They just totally ignore him. They're like, look at him like, why is this giraffe yelling at me? Also who lost his cool was Jameis Winston. He was upset at the official because he thought he recovered the fumble to end the game. Winston was angry as I've ever seen him before. Totally lost his cool in this one.
Yeah, he was eating up those W's for whining, Tom.
Nice. Takes off his helmet there. Probably should have been flagged for that because he was on the sideline. Then he continues to go to the sideline there. Still angry camper. And then he charges at one point and shoves off a personnel guy. And then like, oh, wait, I got my cool. I'm fine now. Yeah. I'm fine.
Pump the brakes, Jameis.
Winston, not a happy camper in this one there. And then after this boy's like, I'm fine. I'm fine, guys. I'm okay now. Thank you. I'm fine. Yeah. I'm fine.
It drives me nuts. Jameis, let's get it together.
Now I'm the leader. I'm okay now.
Yeah.
Never mind, I was just totally losing my cool like a petulant child. The Browns, the Browns, a constant staple in bruh. Rashad Higgins, a nice catch, gets back up, gets the first down, continues to run, gets inside the 5, and he fumbles the football. Danny Trevathan actually ripped it out. It wasn't hit from number 91, and the Bears recover. However, despite that, not the most Brown moment of this game. Watch Myles Garrett read this play, intercept the pass, and then run it all the way back for a pick 6, but it doesn't count.
Yep.
Offsides on the Browns. The left defensive end was offsides. The Browns later score on this drive as well. How do you line up offsides? You've got one job. Also having one job, don't throw up a Michigan State logo, Fox. Fox had a slight graphical error, which we get. We know the feeling there, folks, but a bit of a mistake on that end there for Fox there. Bills Mafia didn't show up, but Bears Mafia was in effect this week there. Nowhere near as good as Bills Mafia. Trying to go off the car and broke the table. He was down a little bit there, a little head injury there. This was the best one. Bears Mafia, I love you guys now. Slid off the car, head first, slams his head down. He was smiling. He was okay, but Bears Mafia has nothing on Bills Mafia.
Wow, that was brutal. Walter Payton struggling.
All right, folks, those were your bruh moments this week. Mitchell, which one was your favorite one?
Man, I'll tell you what.
All of them?
Well, all of them always, but when you can just see somebody jump off a truck and they're probably very intoxicated.
Face plant into a table.
Good for you, sir. Good for you.
All right, those were your bruhs, folks. Let's move now to our AFC playoff picture. We start in the AFC here, folks. The Patriots, the Steelers, the Jaguars, and the Chiefs have all clinched their divisions. Those will be your top 4 teams in the AFC playoff picture, although the order is still a little bit yet to be determined. The real chaos in the AFC comes from the wild card. 4 teams still in the mix in the Ravens, the Titans, the Chargers, and the Bills. The Ravens are in the best shape as things currently stand, but the Titans, Chargers, and Bills are all in the mix as well. What we could see happen, Mitchell, if the Titans lose to the Jaguars, a real possibility, could the Bills really regret playing Nathan Peterman against the Chargers and costing them a win potentially?
Well, I think they already regret it after watching how that game went, 5 interceptions. But yeah, Tom, I mean, we look at it, I think the Chargers can take care of a Raiders team who have yet to play yet, but they've been really struggling. The Ravens have an easy matchup against the Bengals. Sure, they just beat the Lions, but the Ravens actually beat good teams. So I see the Chargers and the Ravens, I see them getting in.
All right, that's your AFC playoff picture. Look, we'll move now to the NFC. 5 teams have clinched a spot. Only 3 have clinched a division title in the Eagles, the Vikings, and the Rams. Those teams still fighting for seeding as well, with the Saints and the Panthers at 11-4, both in the playoffs, but neither have clinched the NFC South yet. The Saints will have the best chance with their next game up. Panthers playing the Falcons, who are still fighting for their wild card lives. If they win or Seattle loses, Atlanta goes to the postseason because of the head-to-head matchup there. Seattle beat the Cowboys to stay alive. Cowboys and Lions lost this week. They are eliminated from the NFC playoff picture.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I mean, the Saints, they play the Buccaneers. I think that's the game
Should be a win.
That should be a win. I mean, we saw the Buccaneers play the Panthers tough today, but Panthers play the Falcons. Yeah, the Panthers already in, but can the Falcons beat the Panthers? I don't know. And the Seahawks, they go up against the Cardinals, which we've seen the NFC West games be tough, but I think the Seahawks win that game. Falcons, I think, are going to end up having to beat the Panthers.
All right, folks, 2 teams left for 1 spot in the Falcons and the Seahawks. That will come down to Week 17, and that is your NFC playoff picture. Once again, today's show, folks, is brought to you by the Game Time app. If you need last-minute sports or concert tickets, get the Game Time app at chatsports.com/tickets. They track their ticket prices in real time from thousands of trusted sellers, meaning you'll get the best deal available, up to 60% off compared to the other sites out there.
60% off, Tom. And we talk a lot about professional sports, but guys, you can also go check out college basketball, college football games. I was on the Game Time app. If I wanted to go watch SMU basketball, $2. What can you get in today's world for $2?
Sometimes a candy bar.
Sometimes a candy bar.
2 candy bars if you find the right deal.
I bet you candy bars at the SMU basketball game are more than the tickets that you'll actually pay. $2. I mean, you're going to get deals like that, guys. Wait till last minute if you can. Game Time app is guaranteed to hook you up.
All right, folks, that will do it for us today. If you missed any of the current playoff picture or any of the highlights we showed you, don't go anywhere. We will replay this video over here for you for a little bit. But for Mitchell and producer Lena, I am Tom Downey. You guys stay classy out there.